A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to I've Found It First, the Vlog-A-Thon, films I should have talked about years ago. I mean, it's a bit hard to keep track of everything all together, especially with the fact that I'm basically recording every single possible piece that I can put together. But that's because throughout the rest of 2022, I'm specifically going to be dedicating my labor, my time, and my money even to all of this content. It's been a long time since I last did a lot of this, and the same thing is probably going to have to go with some other content that I haven't done in a while. Unofficial podiatry and milestone challenges will probably be something that I'd have to focus on a bit more than anything else, considering the fact that I haven't quite done anything different or anything new in a while. And I feel like that is just how I have to say about this, or what I have to say about this. But maybe some people might actually want to have those series end at some point. And I do feel that it would be possible to just simply put an end to series of mine like Unofficial Podiatry and Milestone Challenges and possibly anything else that I've done. So I do feel sometimes it would be necessary, but maybe, just maybe, it would be alright to come back to it every now and then. The last time I have quite done anything relating to Milestone Challenges was probably about 2 months ago, here in September, and then I haven't really quite done anything related to Unofficial Podiatry quite as much. Although, last month I did put up something that's probably close to it. So I'm probably going to have that added to the Unofficial Podiatry playlist on the channel. If you're able to see it, scroll all the way down to the bottom, because I typically have all the videos ordinated based on release date. And so, that's just what that's going to be about. And maybe there could be other stuff I could have on my mind as well. But maybe the most important thing that I would have to say about both of those parts of my content that I make is that they've both been running pretty dry. Unofficial Podiatry only has so many different ideas that I could put together for videos of any kinds that I can record. And the same thing would go with milestone challenges. There's a ton of milestones that I have managed to make over the past 5 years, and with all the challenges I've already done, probably the most infamous would have to be the local Super Crazy Spice Extravaganza. That pretty much just put a huge slam on the brakes. And all the time that I spent trying to get other milestone challenges together, it just couldn't necessarily be done. And maybe I'll go ahead and explain why. Because the local Super Crazy Spice Extravaganza that I did last summer in 2021 was incredibly devastating, to say the least. Each of the snacks that I've tried were pretty destructive, and there's just so much going on there that I can't really put it together in words properly. So maybe the best way to summarize it is just the fact that it is a small series of milestone challenges dedicated to anything spicy. The truth is, though, I was very close to death throughout that whole time. I tell you, especially from the Sonora and Spice Company scorpion pepper salt powder that I basically took in, a whole vial of that stuff sent me through an inferno that definitely could have really put a threat to my life. It was a huge risk that I took. And let's just say that after all is said and done on that part, all has been done with the local Super Crazy Spice Extravaganza, with all of the stuff that I've put together, I basically just allowed the series to slam into a brick wall, possibly beyond the point of recovery. So maybe the thing is, after 2022 is when I'd have to put my foot down. And Unofficial Podiatry, like I've said, there's just not been a lot of ideas that I've been able to come up with to give anything good. Although I have talked a bit about my footwear as it is. So do be sure to check out that video that I made a couple weeks ago. And also, do be sure to stick around for more stuff. Because after all, there's only so much that I can do with some of my content, and so it would be necessary to put an end to some of that stuff. So consider the fact that unofficial podiatry and milestone challenges could both be out of commission by the end of 2022. And so that's just what that's all about. But make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.